offensive rebound, though, for the Rockets. This is Dortch, and that's a three. Nama Shafir left alone. Can't do that. She's got 5, and the Rockets now up 10-0. Shafir trying to go baseline. Dortch left alone. And makes them pay.
He knows when to drive straight to the basket or pull up for that J.
Dortch. Another three. I think it's time to stop leaving her alone in the corner.
Trying to stop Toledo's offense.
Reed Lewis scoring the foul. 3.5 to play in the second half. It is a 10-point Rocket lead. Here's Lynn. That is what they needed. Haley Lynn, not afraid to take the big shot. She hits the big shot, and it's now a 13-point Rocket lead. Janelle Reed-Lewis will shoot the free throw to get the 3-point play, and the Rockets up 24-7 here on Dayton. Under 4 to play in the first half. Allie Clifton, Mike Lacett here. Allie, could you have picked a better way to start the season on the night that you ring up the WNIT championship banner? You come out, and you're really ringing up on Dayton.
There's no better way to start the season. I think it's very exciting, but I think a lot of it, we talked to Coach Klopp, and we mentioned it in the open. She placed that game last season in these players' mind, and it's been utilized by them as a motivation to come out and start this game strong. And this is exactly what you've got to do against the top-seeded A-10 team.
Dayton shooting 3 of 23 from the floor in this game. Of course, the Rockets not much better, 8-25, but still, it is a 24-7 lead. And Reed-Lewis at the line here, where she was a 74% free throw shooter last year. Hits the free throw here. She's got 3 in the game. The Rockets now up by 18. Here's Samantha McKay bringing the ball up court. Elle Queen, Ali Malat, Olivia Applewhite, and Justine Rademan on the floor for the Dayton Flyers. Who again, just 3 of 23 in this game. Maybe all their shots went in the other night against Bowling Green when they won that one handily. Shot clock down to 7. Applewhite posting up against Richardson. Nice up and under move.
Definitely great patience by her just to utilize her body, but also her patience to use that up and under move and finish nice and easily on the glass. That's exactly what Dayton needs right now, are a couple easy buckets to fall for them.
Oh, right into the hands of Courtney Ingersoll, and she laid it in. After that, Janelle Reed-Lewis missed. Ingersoll, look what I found. Rockets up 18. Applewhite again, and this time she's called for steps.
Great pressure applied by Courtney Ingersoll, forcing her into that travel. One thing right now that Dayton isn't utilizing is their ability to get stops on the defensive end. They have that impressive move and then come down defensively and forget to check out Courtney Ingersoll. It allows the momentum to stay for Toledo.
Here's Nama Shafir back from the locker room, back through the hearts of the Dayton Flyers. She's got 9.
Like, things are coming way too easily for Toledo. Dayton really out of their rhythm, both on offensive and defensive end.
It's a 20-point lead for the Rockets, and it's another turnover for the Flyers. Here's Ingersoll. Shafir was open in the corner, had to reach up way high to get it. And now Ingersoll comes up shooting. Richardson on the rebound.
That's the Yolanda Richardson everyone's used to seeing, and she came up huge in that WNIT tournament, getting that board offensively right there with the easy putback over the shoulder.
Applewhite rejected by Richardson, and Shafir comes away with it. Couple blocks for Yo-Yo. She's also got 4 points. Ingersoll with a 3. And Applewhite able to clear for the rebound. Here's Malat. Good look to Queen.
We can talk about Malat a little bit, Mike, and how she was a McDonald's All-American candidate coming out of her high school year. You know, this is great experience for her to be out on the court, also to show head coach Jim Jaber what her potential and her ability is like.
Shafir gets bumped and comes up short on the shot. Back comes McKay for Dayton. Flyers down by 20. Applewhite thought about that 3, not necessarily known for her three-point shooting ability. Here's McKay, and Janelle Reed-Lewis on the rebound for the Flyers, and now a quick timeout here called by Tricia Culliff. We'll keep it right here. Rockets up by 20 points, a 31-11 start to this game, holding Dayton to 5 of 27 shooting from the field. That's
so impressive. You got to talk about the defensive effort by Toledo. You can't say enough about it. They're all over the court. They're getting stops. They're in defensive positions. They're taking charges. They're crashing the boards. from every position, and that's a huge reason as to why they're up 31-11 with 1:21 left to go in the first half.
The turnover numbers for Dayton, 13. Not as big of a differential as you think. Toledo does have 10. The Rockets themselves, though, for as good as they've played, they're only shooting 35% from the floor. They only shot in the exhibition game 32%. Is this going to be a concern for the Rockets this year, Allie? As they play other teams, the shooting percentage is way numbers down.
Obviously, you've got to take note when your numbers are down percentage-wise offensively, but you've got to also take note that it's the first game of the season. I think as these girls continue to play together in game situations, those numbers are likely to come up. Also, it depends on the night that you're having as a shooter.
Inma Thanagara from Uke Myers, Spain, will inbound the basketball. Coming up on 70 seconds to play in the first half. About as good of a first half as you could dream up for the Rockets. Shafir with a crossover. Had it rejected by Sant. And Sant was on the baseline, so it stays Rocket basketball. Got to be impressed with Nama's ability to get to the basket, not be afraid of who's waiting there for her.
I think as a player and a teammate of hers, former, I never could understand how she did it, but she does it. She does it consistently. If you're going to beat Toledo this year, you've got to stop the penetration by Nama Shafir.
Thanagara works an inload of Baumgartner. Shot off the mark. El Queen on the rebound, and a loose ball foul coming up here on the Rockets.
That's another face that Toledo's excited to see is Kyle Baumgartner. You know, we can talk about her being from Akron. She sat out over 600 games as well. Hasn't played a game in over 600 days. And, you know, you think about that and just how much time you have off the court in game time situations. It's got to feel good just to be back out on the court again.
That foul is on Stephanie Recker. It's the Rockets' 19th foul, so El Queen will go to the line. Back to Baumgartner. New Courtney Ingersoll. They played in the basketball team together when they were younger, and that's the Toledo connection. That's why she came here. She's excited to be here. Tricia Cullop told us that there's a good chance she could crack into the starting lineup very soon.
Well, one thing that she likes about her, too, as well, is she's got the MAC experience. So when you get down to MAC play, she's known in the MAC. She knows familiar faces. She's familiar to this conference, the level of play and the level of competition that is out there. And that's key, especially when you're trying to move forward with your program.
Under a minute to play in the first half. Here's Shafir, who's got 9. Rockets with an 18-point lead. Now Dayton has switched back to a man-to-man. Here's McCormick. Baumgartner to the rebound. How is that not a foul? That's a jump ball is what it is. Stays Rockets basketball. 7 on the shot clock.
It's going to be key for Toledo to know exactly what play they want to run and know the time that's on the clock. There's 7 seconds. Plenty of time to get a possession or to get a shot off. It's just your patience and your ability to be on point with what you're running.
Haley Lynn replaces Riley McCormick as Shafir will throw in. Baumgartner, it's a good thing she's 6'3", able to get that ball. Shot clock to 5. Lynn will fire. Comes up short, and the rebound by Rotterman. 30 seconds to play in the first half. Shot clock is turned off. McKay from the hoop. Lost the basketball. Thought she had a girl cutting the hoop, and nobody was there. Now the Rockets, if they want it, can have the last shot of the first half.
Right now, you can expect that high screen and roll at the top from Nama Shafir to take it straight to the rim or dish it off to an open teammate.
Shafir with 5 seconds. 2 seconds. Try to get it low underneath, and it was knocked away. And that ends the first half. The first half that's seen absolute domination by the Rockets. 31-13. 9 points from Shafir, 11 points from George. Those were the two running the show for the Rockets, who are blasting off on the Flyers. We'll come back for the halftime show. This is Rocket Basketball on BCSN.